Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Camp Ofto, where classic steel meets questionable life choices. And I believe today's star might just be the heavyweight champion of both, the 1969 Ford F-350 Ranger Chinook Camper. Now, before we fire up this beast and accidentally scare every squirrel in a 5-mile, 8-kilometer radius, go ahead and smash that subscribe button so you don't miss the next time I stall something worth more than my house. This truck is the kind of rig that makes you ask, do I really need a mortgage, or can I just live in this thing? Built on the F-350 dually platform, it's packing a 390 cubic inch, 6.4-liter V8 engine, rated at 255 horsepower, and a burly 376 pound-feet of torque. That's enough to haul the camper, your in-laws' luggage, and still have enough grunt left to tow your buddy's boat. Even if his boat leaks more than my neighbor Dave's excuses for not paying me back. Power runs through a 3-speed automatic transmission, and I think that gearbox is about as forgiving as a high school gym teacher with a whistle. This Chinook isn't some plywood shack slapped on a truck. Oh no! Step inside and you're hit with retro luxury. An overcab bed, folding dining table, dual sinks, a 4-burner range with oven, refrigerator, heater, and even a combination shower and lavatory. I like the most the detail of an 8-track player, because nothing says road trip like listening to Fleetwood Mac on a tape that warps halfway through Go Your Own Way. Curtains, cupboards, intercom system, and power outlets make it feel like a rolling studio apartment, except the rent is just gasoline. And trust me, this thing drinks like a frat boy on spring break. The cab? Red vinyl bench seat, matching carpet, and air conditioning, a rare luxury back in the day. It's got a horn ring, a 100-mile-per-hour speedometer, though I believe the camper hits white-knuckle speed at about 65 miles per hour, plus gauges for oil, coolant, fuel, and alternator. The odometer shows 50,000 miles, about 80,000 kilometers, with 2,000 miles, 3,200 kilometers added under recent ownership. Maintenance since 2022 included new batteries, a rebuilt carburetor, radiator hoses, and a fuel pump. In other words, the big stuff that prevents this thing from leaving you stranded while your buddy Dave says, "Don't worry, I'll call a tow," and then forgets. Rolling on 16-inch steel wheels with BFGoodrich commercial TA 235/85 tires, this rig has power steering, drum brakes, and a dual-wheel rear axle. It's not built for speed. It's built for stability, which is exactly what you want when the person driving is more excited about roasting marshmallows than watching the road. Sold in April 2024 for $31,000, around 28,500 euros. I believe this price makes sense for such a survivor. Original manuals, owner's paperwork, and a Utah title sweeten the deal. Honestly, it's cheaper than some modern camper vans. And unlike those, this one comes with stories baked into the walls, and probably a faint smell of bacon. So if you're into road trips, history, or just want to own something that turns more heads than a new sports car, the Ford F-350 Ranger Chinook might just be your ticket. And don't forget, there's a link under the video if you want to dive deeper. No, not into my questionable comedy career, but the official website with more details. And hey, if you enjoyed this little time capsule tour, consider becoming a sponsor of the channel for just $1. That's right, $1, less than the price of the gas this camper burns just idling.